Hello guys and welcome to Battlefield 6. I've just bought this pretty much on the day it was released. Actually, when I started playing it, I couldn't even play single player because that wasn't out until its official release in America, I think, or something like that. So that was a little bit annoying because I like to get the story mode over and done with and then get into the online mode. But that's neither here or there. And yeah, I'm finding it a lot of fun. I've always been a bit of more of a Battlefield fan than a Call of Duty fan, just kind of my thing. Even, sometimes I'm probably slightly better at Call of Duty. And I just having just chaos. It's just a lot of fun. Now this is obviously a pretty good game I had. But yeah, it's just normal Call of Duty, really. Not Call of Duty, Battlefield, where I pretty much have good games, I have bad games, but overall, most games are just okay. There are games where you just can't have a good time, and there's not much you can really do about it. Not even if you're amazing at the game. It's just you can run for about 5 minutes, then get shot by a sniper that you didn't see, and then you get respawned right in front of someone, die straight away, and then you get respawned, and then you run for a couple of minutes, and then you get chased down by a tank, and that kind of thing. It's very frustrating, but obviously it's usually not quite as bad as that. But you can have games where it's just die, respawn, die again, and repeat until the end of the game, which obviously can be extremely annoying. But overall, it's a good mixed bag, really. Obviously, the better at the game that you are, the more likely to have good games, right? Same with any game. But obviously, there's more chaos in this than compared to most games. There is a lot of RNG, just bad luck. You can never tell whether you're going to run into a tank or a helicopter's just going to go after you rather than, I don't know, go after someone else. Like I said, this one is one of the good games. I've played a fair few Battlefields. Battlefield 4, I think I played, was the first one. Really great game. This is kind of like feels like it's sequel compared to a lot of the other Battlefields. Buildings collapsing, tanks going, jet planes dogfighting. It's really crazy, and that's why I like about it. It's not a game that I take really deadly seriously competitive like I would like Call of Duty, where it's you're going to encounter the same people over and over again. I don't know how I missed that guy that was right in front of me, but yeah, that was a bit. That's how chaotic it is. You just have guys running rampant all over the shop, and I like a bit. There's slower parts of the game where you can relax a little bit and take your time, and then there's these chaotic bits, and it's got a good mix of big maps and smaller maps. It's just a really good mix, and all the classes are fun to play. Apart from, I'm never a big fan of snipers, but I do have some fairly good games in the sniper mode on the recon class. But I'm not a big fan of the recon. But obviously, there's some maps where it's pretty much pointless to be recon because obviously the maps are pretty damn small. But I'm sure people who are good at sniping will probably always get a good time in it anyway. Make the most of the snipers, even on small maps. And this lovely little position here. They don't seem to be seeing me and concentrating on the guys in front of me. And of course, this is kind of like one of those matches where you go, I'm just having such a good time. I'm having a really good game. But obviously, you're such a small cog in the big wheel that you know, even if you have a great game, you can still like absolutely be crushed because obviously if your team's rubbish, right? And vice versa. You can be. I've had a couple games where I've been sniping. I've pretty much not got many hits on anybody, or not even got into much of the action. But my team's won because the rest of the teams carried me, and you know that's kind of what I like about the game. Obviously, being able to play as tanks and planes and stuff, it's pretty damn crazy. That's a bit annoying. I was getting too confused by all the people, and I think I'm third at the moment. Yeah, so this game we lose at the end of the day, but like I said, I don't even mind so much because I've actually had a good game myself, and that is kind of like one of the things where it comes to a lot of the other shooters and stuff. If you even if you have a fairly decent game, it can feel a bit personal when you lose. Because there's so few people playing on in your match. But when it comes to these kind of games where there's so many people playing, there's so much chaos going on, you're like, okay, we lost, but I actually had a lot of fun. I actually had a good game, and that's, you know, you tend not to have that in a lot of these other shooters. I see RPG there, just to the face of that guy, lovely. And yeah, just taking up position here. Yeah, just so much fun. Now, normally I wouldn't use this class on this kind of game mode because he's kind of an anti-tank build. You've got RPGs. I did pick RPGs because you can use them against people as well as vehicles. But I've also got mines for tanks. And obviously, there's no point in having that slot because on this particular game mode, there aren't any vehicles. So it's a bit of a wasted slot. But I'm just doing well on this class, so I'm sticking with it. And yeah, there's so many weapons, so many upgrades and stuff like that. It's just yeah, you could be playing for ages to unlock all the add-ons for your weapons and stuff. Make sure you got the right combo on your guns to make them work better. And obviously, yeah, you can have anti-tank builds. You can have long big map builds for all your different classes pretty much, and you can have obviously your shorter range builds for smaller maps. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean the destruction is also great to have the destruction back, and it means something in this game. I played Battlefield 2046 or whatever it was called, and people slated that. I enjoyed it, but for some reason it didn't have me coming back for too long. I don't know, I couldn't put my finger on why I wasn't going back to play it, but I just didn't play that game for that long. And like I said, I couldn't put my finger on why. I enjoyed it, I just didn't feel obliged to keep coming back and playing it. Yeah, it's just a lot of chaos and a lot of fun. And I will be playing it more, and I don't know if I'll be bringing you any more videos on it. I probably might give you a review of it at some point. I think, like I said, I played single player mode. It was pretty decent. Stories, yeah, solid. Characters were solid. But very short, and it left you on a cliffhanger. And I think, to be honest, when it comes to like these types of games, like FPSs in general, it's kind of good that you have short stories because they can really wear thin pretty quickly. And again, I don't know where that rocket went. It kind of disappeared. We're now 4th on our team, but that's still a pretty good result. And when there's so many people playing, just getting up in those top slots. Like I said, it's not a game I'm really good at or anything. I just enjoy it. It's just chaos. It's just a lot of fun that way. So yeah. Yeah, and I'm just going to enjoy this game as we play it out. If you do like this video, give it a like and subscribe, guys, because we'll be bringing you, like I said, probably will be bringing you some more videos on Battlefield at some point. Especially if I have good, fun games like this. And I don't know what that green laser beam type light was there. I think that was a bit of a glitch. But yeah, I haven't really encountered many glitches or anything since the game's been released, which is, yeah, unusual. And that RPG looked like it was going to hit dead on, to be honest. I don't understand how that really didn't kill people. And there you go. Defensive squad suppression kill. Okay. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, like you can rack up points and not really do many kills, like suppressing and helping your team get squad get kills, healing, putting ammo out, that kind of thing. You can do a lot to get points without actually having to be good at killing the enemy. Obviously that helps, but you can do a lot to help your team without having to be good at actually shooting people. Capturing points and stuff obviously gets you the majority of the points and things in the game. But yeah, thought that was a person. It's actually just like a sandbag, I think. So yeah, and somehow someone's got behind us. Not sure how that happens, but yeah, that does happen at time to time. You can get absolutely wiped by someone just coming up behind you. Yeah, there's obviously trophies and stuff that I've probably will never get, to be honest. Any suppressions only getting you 5 points, but I kind of actually quite like that. And obviously, just staying alive, you can get 50 points per squad that spawns on you. So you can just literally get into a good position that people will want to spawn on you, and yeah, you can just hide behind a wall and get lots of points from people spawning on you. Like I said, it's very give or take this game. You can have a great time, you can have a bad time, but majority of the time you're just going to have chaotic fun, which is great. There we go. And defeat. We did lose that one, guys, but like I said, I didn't really care. I had a lot of fun. I came 4th, 23 odd kills there, I think, and 7 deaths or something. Yeah, we just got in some lucky positions, didn't we? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.